Welcome to the first part out of my tutorial with the title UFT and ALM Introduction. First of all, I want to say why I made this tutorial. Yes, I thought that there's a little demand of new material about UFT and ALM. So in this tutorial, I want to convey some basics, some first experience with UFT and ALM. Let us start with a little example in which situation you could use UFT. So imagine we have a scenario. We want to check in a web application or on a website web shop like Amazon if an order with some items is listed in our purchases. So how intermediate steps could look like. First of all, we have to go to Amazon.com and search something like a DVD player we want to buy. In a second step, we add it to our cart. And in the third step, we execute this order and check if the order is listed in our purchases. This separation of the several steps is very important for later. But let us see how this could look like in reality. So we are now on Amazon.com and let us ask what UFT would do. UFT will go to the text field here and will type DVD player. Then in our script, explanation is following later, the search button would be clicked. Then a new site would open with DVD players in a list, and we will select the first item of the list. In the third step, or in later steps, we would add it to a cart and see that in our basket, in our cart, a new item is. In the last step, we would execute this order and check if the purchase is in our purchase list. I want to show you with that UFT is built out of little scripts, and each scripts execute an action. Let us see now more about UFT, what you can do with UFT. First, we have the capturing objects from application. How I showed on how I said, UFT would first go to the page. So the web page, the whole Internet Explorer is an object. So UFT would open the object and navigate to www.amazon.com. In the second part, we would capture the text field, the button, and so far. That's very important what UFT does. What UFT does too is create script also. You would do that, create script from these objects. So how I said, when I say UFT goes to this page, I mean that you write in your script, navigate to this page, and then write in this web edit something. In web edit, web text field, I don't know, DVD player. And then let's say that these objects have to execute and click command. That I mean with create scripts out of this object. You have this object from a website, from an application, and create out of them some scripts. The last point is too very important because you have to imagine when you create an accumulation of multiple scripts. You want maybe to use some script multiple times. So it's important that they are very small and can be used in other context. And then there is ALM. ALM means Application Lifecycle Management, and it's like a huge database. So in this database, you can administrate on a GUI your scripts you created in UFT, because scripts are not stored locally on your client, on your host. They are stored in ALM. In one UFT script alone make not sense at all. It make only sense when it's accumulated with multiple scripts. So in a test, you can do that. You can accumulate multiple scripts and execute them from ALM. The last point here is that you can analyze results. That means that when you execute some tests or some accumulation, some sequence of multiple UFT scripts, you can show are there occurred an error on script 4 because of that and that and that. And in ALM, you can analyze these results and So summarize, we can say that in ALM, we have some scripts, some data, some Excel sheets. These are executed in a test on UFT client, for example, in a Internet Explorer, and then the result is sent it back to the ALM server so you can analyze them. Okay, repeating. ALM, you organize your scripts, then you send it by a run to your UFT client. There you execute it in applications like the Internet Explorer. Then last step, those results are sending back to the ALM server.